Innova and Discraft are the two biggest disc golf brands and manufacturers in the entire disc golf industry. However, it's always been Innova that has constantly dominated the disc golf market, especially in the early years of disc golf. What's very interesting though is that within the last few years, I don't know about you guys, but I've definitely noticed that Discraft has had some substantial growth, and it starts to beg the question, will they surpass Innova's market share in the coming years? So today on JustDisc, we'd like to bring to your attention some strong indications that hopefully will predict Discraft becoming #1 in the coming years. Starting off with the first indication, which is probably the main reason for their massive amount of growth, Discraft signed the top 3 best and most popular players in the entire disc golf world. The first player that they signed for a 4-year contract is none other than the best player in the world, Paul McBeth. He's won Worlds 5 times. He has a throw that no other player can compete with. He just does so much for the game. He's pretty much like the Tiger Woods of disc golf. So Discraft signed him for 4 years. They've created already so many different molds with his name on it, and all that's done is just greatly improve their image and the purchasing of their discs. Now the second player that Discraft signed, but this time for a 3-year contract, is none other than Paige Pierce, the best female disc golfer in the entire world. And she's also won Worlds 5 times. So I don't know how much money Discraft had to spend to have both the best female and male player, but all I know is that it's helping them substantially improve their image and sell a ton of discs. And the third and final player that Discraft signed a contract with, or should I say extended for 2 years, is Brodie Smith, the professional ultimate frisbee player. This guy is an incredible athlete. He's accomplished so many different things. He's known for a lot of his trick shots, and he's going through a process of changing from ultimate to disc golf. And he even has a massive YouTube following of over 2 million subscribers. So a lot of people like him, especially in the United States. He's extremely popular, and by signing him, it simply brought a ton of eyeballs to the sport and to Discraft's brand. I think it's gonna have a massive impact, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. Moving on to the second indicator, which is to compare the market share percentages of Discraft and Innova throughout the last few years. Now, actually getting this market share analysis information is actually quite costly. It costs, a few $1,000s to get this information per year. But I have seen this information in the past, and when I looked at the 2020 market share, thanks to Cypress Point Golf, the difference has never been any closer. Now, Discraft's percentage in 2020 is actually 26% and Innova is 32%, a difference of only 7%. We've never seen something like this before, and so we're just gonna have to wait and see if this market share of Discraft gets closer and closer to Innova over time. Moving on to the third and final indication, which really ties into the first and second indication, is that Discraft is unable to keep up with their disc sales. They're unable to keep discs in stock. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but online and in stores, there's usually nothing left. They're often sold out. Now, some of you might say, well, COVID-19 has made it difficult to produce discs and has also increased the popularity of disc golf, so more discs are sold, which is true. And some of you might also say that Discraft doesn't have as many molds as Innova, so that's why they have less on the shelves. But honestly, the disc sales comparison has been a lot greater, a lot better for Discraft. And thanks to InfiniteDisc.com, they have a lot of statistical graphs which compare some popular Innova discs to Discrafts. And what you often notice is that Discraft discs are either catching up or surpassing that of Innova. So in the end, will Discraft's market share surpass that of Innova? I don't think it's going to happen this year, but maybe in the coming years. Do you think Discraft can keep up with the disc demand, keep those contracts, and keep that great image that they currently have? Only time will tell, but I can't wait to find out. As always, thanks for watching JustDisc. Subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next one. Merci beaucoup et à bientôt.